Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers. I'm your host, Allie Clifton. Joining me today is our Laker insider, Mike Bresnahan, and from the Locked On Lakers podcast, Andy Kamenetsky.
Hey.
Was that right?
Yes, it was right.
Wow. AK.
We've done this many shows together and you're still double checking?
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
You know?
We do have some good news, Allie. Producer Ryan told AK and me several hours before the show we could wear whatever we wanted behind the desk because we're not going to be standing the show. He said we could wear jorts, we could wear Crocs. I'm happy to say AK did not take him up on his offer, so that's good.
He came in full suit, just like a professional.
Good man.
Yeah.
You never know. The problem is you never know, and if there are any last-minute changes, you guys live close to the studio. I don't. So I can't bail out, find a new uniform, new outfit. I can't do a wardrobe change.
Brez, if you stay ready.
You don't have to get ready.
Close. Close.
Wow.
Something like that.
We'll fix it in post.
You need to have Brez on your podcast to talk about the one phrase he just cannot figure out.
Right. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? Mm-hmm. There. I just said that.
Yep.
But you got to be able to do it on cue, otherwise you're not ready.
All right. All right.
Fair. Love it. All right, we got a packed show. Let's dive right in. Because we are ready. Let's take a look at the series schedule for the Lakers and Grizzlies. Game 2 is on Wednesday. You'll see that and the rest of the games through a potential Game 6 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Game 3 is back in LA on Saturday, followed by Game 4 on Monday. Here is Darvin on how he's feeling coaching his first playoff series.
I'm enjoying it. You know, just making sure we stay locked in, but all the while just being thankful, you know, taking things day by day. We were fortunate to have a great performance, but, you know, even with that said, we still got ways and there's opportunities to get better. A few things we saw on the film we can get better at, but overall, anytime I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful and I'm happy.
I look at it as fun, you know, because it's like the mental side of the game. It's not really any of the physical, the ability. It's more so about the mind and, you know, preparing for, you know, adjustments that they can make, but also adjustments that we can make as well. So it's been fun.
It's one game. It's going. See the series go always to 4. Whoever wins 4 first, and I think they're motivated to win Game 2. But we try to give everything we have to get Game 2. That would be big for us. But it's game by game, stay humble in victory, and try to compete.
I agree with Dennis. Lakers take Game 1, which it's only one game, but they've got another 2 days off in between the game on Sunday and what will now be obviously the game on Wednesday. So that's actually, when you think about it, 3 full days if you actually count it down to the time. Producer Trina and I were doing that earlier. How much of a boost can that be for the Lakers right now at this point?
You know, I love this. I mean, the start of this series is great for the Lakers. Just look at the age differences in the team. I mean, the average starting lineup for the Grizzlies, it seems like it's 19 years old. I mean, it's crazy how young this team is. And of course, the Lakers, almost the polar opposite. You know, LeBron, AD now at the ripe old age of 30. Schroeder, he's got several years of NBA pounding under his belt. I mean, these are older players compared to the Memphis lineup. So yeah, I mean, this is a great start for the Lakers. 5 days between games, between the play-in and Game 1, and again another break. And by the way, a little bit longer than the typical every other day break going into Game 3 as well.
Yeah, you can tell when players are getting older when they will admit that they're actually tired. Like covering Kobe the last couple years of his career, he would flat out admit, yeah, I'm exhausted after a game. LeBron has been admitting this season, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So that's how you know that these days off really matter. You could see how lively he looked in Game 1. Anthony Davis looked really lively. Like, 38 years old for LeBron. Season 20, like 1 billion miles. He leads the playoff records in like every single category. Every minute that LeBron can have off just in between games, they all add up. It's why it was so important, actually, that LeBron, I think, didn't really have to exert himself that much in Game 1. He played hard, but he didn't have to carry anything. It's a huge difference.
AK, you do your podcast every day. What would it be like if you had a 5-day rest between? How great would that next podcast be?
Just 5 days away from Brian would be incredible.
PK, aw.
He was saying such nice things about you last week, too. Okay, maybe not.
No, you won't.
Maybe he knows better. The Grizzlies could be without Ja Morant. The other side of this, here is how they have fared without him with him out, of the lineup in the regular season and postseason. Which, okay, 31-15 during the regular season, 1-2 when it comes to the playoffs. At practice on Tuesday, Coach Darvingham discussed the preparation the team is making with or without Ja.
I mean, we just prepare as if he's playing. We don't try to assume anything or try to make any predictions. We just make sure we cover plan A, plan B. Plan A, he plays. Plan B, you know, what type of adjustments they'll make. And obviously, they have their lineups that they play without him when he's been hurt in the past. So the biggest thing for us is just to, you know, more so focus on what we're doing and to make sure we're tight with our presentation of the game plan that we're putting down. And, you know, we'll find out when we find out, but it's about us.
It's difficult because it's just such so big of a question mark. You don't know, I mean, if he's going to play, if he's not going to play. So, you know, we just, you know, like I said, take care of our work and prepare for, you know, everything, every possible, you know, outcome both ways. So that's really the plan going forward.
This is a team that's shown the last couple seasons they can win without Ja. But what have you seen from their group when he's not in the lineup?
No, they're really good. I mean, Tyus comes in and, you know, picks up his play a lot with, you know, more opportunity, gets everybody involved, and also, you know, his numbers and stuff improve as well, you know, as when Ja's not there, just opportunity-wise. So, you know, they're a really good team. They got a lot of firepower, so it's really just, you know, focusing on what we can do to, you know, kind of control that.
Here's the injury report for both sides, and if you're going to be on it, it would be nice to have that word probable next to your name, which is what is there for the Lakers with AD, LeBron, and Dennis Schroeder. Good sign there. And then Ja Morant, as you see on the injury report, he's listed as questionable. Head coach Taylor Jenkins is saying that he would be a game-time decision. And then you've got Woj saying there's significant doubt that Ja Morant plays. The injury did not look fun at all. Obviously, just above it all, you hope he's handling and dealing with that okay. But it certainly does change things, Brez, with or without Ja in the lineup.
Yeah, so questionable literally means 50-50 in the NBA terminology. So yeah, it's a coin toss for sure. I go back to what Jaren Jackson Jr. said after game one, though. He said, you know, he's just playing with you guys. You know, you media guys, you don't know. Like, he'll be fine. He's going to be good. And it turns out that he has been doing some light dribbling with the right hand, a little bit of shooting yesterday, according to his coach. But that is a nasty spill right there. The fingers on that hand bending back. That's even if he does play, we just have to see if he's the regular Ja or not. The good news for them, they have the best backup point guard in the league, Tyus Jones. He's a big reason why they actually don't do too terribly without Ja in the lineup.
Yeah, similar to what I was saying before about how it takes a while before players will finally admit they're tired, usually means reaching a certain age. Generally speaking, especially in the playoffs, players will downplay any type of injury, and they'll automatically just say, oh, I'll be out there, I'll be out there. Ja's saying, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be out there. I can't move this hand. I can't even unball socks. That is very uncharacteristic of how players typically react to this stuff, which would make me nervous if I was a member of the Grizzlies or a Grizzlies fan. But as Darvin said, they got to prepare either way.
The word around that organization, too, is that Memphis keeps their injury reports pretty tight to the chest. But when asked the other day from Ja on a scale of 1 to 10 where the pain is, to your point, he said a 10. But it's not just Ja Morant over there inside the Grizzlies locker room. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr., who was just named the Defensive Player of the Year, he had himself a career night, and the Lakers have to be ready for him, Russ.
Yeah, Allie, I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again because it bears repeating. I'm stunned at how quickly his offensive game has really come around. He had some really nice up and under moves, really good footwork in the post. Look at this, kind of fighting off LeBron there, showing some pretty good strength. He had 3 block shots. You know, that didn't really do much compared to AD's 7 blocked shots, but that's a nice turnaround right there with contact, drawing the foul, good little move to the basket there, lefty dunk. I mean, he really has impressed me with his progress offensively. You know, he could eventually be maybe like a Giannis guy who could be in competition for not just a Defensive Player of the Year, but maybe other awards, maybe like a Most Improved Player, because I've seen a lot of improvement with him just in the last few months.
Yeah, he in particular was destroying the Lakers down low when anybody not named Anthony or Davis was guarding him. Like, between the circles or below, he was 10 of 14 on shots that he took. Like, overall, He was 4 of 5 on shots against Rui, 6 of 7 against LeBron, 3 of 3 against Jared Vanderbilt. And I thought everybody did a decent job on Jackson the further out on the perimeter he was, like even trying to keep him from getting to those spots down low. But once he was able to, again, get between the circles or below, he's just too big and too long for anybody on this team who isn't Anthony Davis. So if Memphis looks to feature him more, either because Ja's unavailable or Ja's limited, I think it's going to be interesting to see how Darvin approaches that defensively, like how much he wants to involve Anthony Davis. If he's involving AD, what does that mean schematically? Does he start on him? Does he switch once he reaches a certain point on the floor? Like, I think those are going to be some decisions Darvin has to think about during the game.
Look, when it comes to the postseason, the name of the game is adjustments. Let's see what the Lakers do on him, certainly. Wednesday, the Lakers and Grizz face off in Game 2 of the first round right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Our pregame coverage begins at 3:30. Tip-off is at 4:30. Still to come.